Greetings and salutations, it's Dave Duford here at Final Expense Agent Mentor, where I help agents like you succeed in selling life insurance. And today I am happy to announce my new coaching program for mentorship agents. This is a total revamp of my new agent rollout training program. I'm so excited to announce this. I've been developing this over the past couple of weeks and months as a way to improve upon my training and mentorship to agents that work with me and new agents that decide to work with me. So the purpose of this video is to better explain how this is all going to work and describe what the benefits are to you as a new agent, with the goal of hopefully impressing upon your mind the vast benefits of this coaching program when it comes to your development, your skill development when it comes to selling insurance, and your ultimate help in getting you to be as successful as possible in selling insurance. So let's get started and explain it more in depth. So in case this is your first video, I'm going to just formally introduce myself here in a moment, and then I'm going to talk about a brief overview of how my mentorship agency recruitment program works. Then I'm going to go into detail about how this new coaching program works, how it works, the details behind it, why this is a really big opportunity for any agent who wants to work in insurance but feels mentorship is important. And then I'm actually going to tell you some of the drawbacks of the program, because it's not perfect for everybody, and it's important you know this on the front end, whether or not this is something that's sensible for you. And then I'm going to give you my final thoughts on the whole thing and what steps you need to take next if you want to take advantage of this program. So my name is David Duford. I am the owner and founder of Final Expense Agent Mentor at feagentmentor.com. I've been licensed as a life insurance agent since 2011. I've personally sold insurance since then and have recruited agents approximately since 2013, 2014, thereabouts. I've helped over 3,000 families with life insurance needs. Again, most of my activity has been in the final expense business. I'm also a published author of several books. The one you see in the lower left-hand corner is my flagship book, The Official Guide to Selling Final Expense Insurance. It's really a great book for insurance agents that want to successfully sell final expense insurance. And like I said, I recruit agents across the country, have been for a very long time now, and help develop them, as we will talk about into this particular training, on how to become successful face-to-face reps in their own communities to help people with insurance needs. As you know, you're probably watching this on YouTube. I am a YouTube creator. I create a ton of video content for all insurance agents to better develop and hone their skills, with the goal of hopefully helping them become more successful. And then personally, I'm married, have been since 2008. At the filming of this, my fourth kid is on the way, so I'm a family man, have a bunch of kids, and that's the way I like it. So for you guys who are new to this whole Final Expense Agent Mentor channel, maybe you're trying to get an idea of how this whole thing works, I'm going to just give you a quick overview of the mentorship program to better understand how it works. So first of all, my whole mentorship program, when I bring an agent on into my agency to train them in recruitment, what I am looking for in a particular agent, it doesn't matter if they're experienced, they've been in the business longer than I have, or if they're brand new and they've never sold their first policy. I'm looking for people who understand the importance of working closely with someone who is a skilled practitioner of selling insurance. Why? Because they inherently believe that doing so is going to shorten the potentially costly learning curve that you would otherwise have if you didn't have somebody guiding you in the right direction. Those are the kinds of agents I'm looking for. And to kind of build on that, what I have found over the years working with agents, what agents believe that work with me best believe the following. So they believe that applicable training is extremely important. What I mean by that is they just don't want a book thrown at them and say, here, figure it out. They actually want somebody to do that, but then have somebody to correspond with, somebody to talk over problems that they've experienced. It's one thing to show somebody a video, but they want, if they come across an actual case, to correspond with an expert that understands the underwriting to help them sell those cases they may have just completely missed if otherwise. Also, agents believe that work best with me believe that immediate access to a mentor is vital. So again, they just frankly don't want to do it on their own. And in this business, it's very easy to become a sense of a lone ranger. You're on your own, you're making sales with people you see, but you don't have a mastermind, you don't have a coach or anybody to correspond with or be responsible to. And it's easy to get off track and lose sight of your goals without the interconnection with someone who can help you, guide you along the path to success. So somebody who believes that, somebody who feels that's important, does really well in my kind of program. Also, what a lot of these agents will believe too is that trading a little bit of commission on the front end for all of the advantages of working with a professional and a practitioner of the art of selling life insurance is worth the initial investment, but also on the back end, once they know they've developed, they feel it's important to maximize their commissionable opportunity. In the beginning, with any agent that works with me, I explain this very clearly to them that there is a slight decrease in their commissions to start with, but that is more than it's more than acceptable because of the advantages you get. I really am involved with my agents to help them sell more policies, to help them with underwriting, and to make and show them a sales system of success that they can simply tap into, turnkey approach, and this go out there and work the system that's already been proven to work. So agents understand that that's really a valuable proposition, and they're willing, in exchange for learning that system, to let go of a little bit of commission, not a lot, and then over the long term, make up for it in higher sales, higher commissions, and then also get a bump in their commissions that's representative of the skills they have developed through working personally with me. Now also, lastly, the agents that do very well working with me really appreciate the short and long-term opportunity, and really they want to find a home and a business partner, not some kind of micromanager, not some kind of person that's going to push them around and disrespect them. Agents that work with me, they don't want to pop around to different agencies. They're not the kind that are looking for the get-rich-quick scheme. If that's you, then you don't need to work with an agency like mine because it's not going to be good. I'm not promising to anybody when I recruit them that I can assure that they're going to be successful. In fact, if you really start talking to the most successful agents, most of them have failed or screwed up a number of times before they became successful. They learned by experience. And there's no way to overcome this. There's no easy way, as the saying goes. So agents work with me because they understand that. They're committed on a short and long-term basis, but they want to make sure that I'm committed. That's why I look at myself. I don't like the word upline. That's so multi-level marketing, ish. What I like is a business partner. When I recruit an agent who meets my criteria that I feel is a good match, I treat them as a business partner because they're going out there and they're asking for business. They're getting rejected. They're taking a risk of their time doing this versus maybe doing something else. So I respect their position. The salesperson is the cornerstone to the success of the economy and especially the insurance business. The insurance is not going to be sold without you guys. So I look at myself as when I bring an agent on as we're a partnership. My commitment is to you to become successful, and I want to avail myself in any way possible to make that process super important, super focused, and completely focused on your success. So with that said, the reason I bring all this up is because I'm always looking for ways to improve what I can offer to you. Agents are the guys that are out there making this thing happen. And their success is vital because these people need you out there selling life insurance to them. They won't buy it if it wasn't for you. Believe it or not, you hold so much power in the sales process that any advantage that I can take to help that process improve upon itself is really important to me because when you're successful, I'm more successful. That's how I'm compensated through your production. So what I want to announce at this point is how this whole coaching program works, why it's different from what I've been doing, and how it's more beneficial. So before we get started with that, what I want to go over with you is a quick story of how coaching impacted my career as an early final expense insurance sales agent and how a little bit of coaching turned everything around and how coaching in itself in a personalized manner can totally change everything in your career. So when I got started in 2011, I first started by going on a ride-along with my agent trainer. His name is Andrew, down in Atlanta. It was a great experience. I think I was down there for 2 days. The takeaway I experienced was that, wow, if this dude can go out here and sell these people, and his sales presentation wasn't magic, I sat back and I thought, man, if this guy can do it, there's no reason I can't do it either. So I got confidence from the ride-along. I thought it was a good experience. It let me see different circumstances where things happen. And if anything, it didn't really teach me much about the business as much as, hey, I can do this. And that's really good. So I got licensed, I got appointed, I worked with Andrew. I went out my first week or two, and I noticed how I had frustration. What I saw was not nearly as easy as it looked. That's always a comment every new agent will say is this doesn't look too bad, but there's so many nuances an experienced agent does that you can't quite see as a new guy that you take that stuff for granted. So I remember being frustrated. I remember having trouble closing people and wondered, why am I having problems closing these people? They should want it. They should buy it. I'm doing everything that Andrew did, but I'm not making the sales I think I should. So eventually I went back on a ride-along with him and asked him some questions on what I could improve, watched him again, and what I realized is now that I had this experience behind me of actually going out in the field, I knew what questions to ask. I knew what to evaluate and look for. I knew what I was doing wrong because I had the basis point of, it was, experience of really at this point several months in, where I was having some success, but there were some frustrations I was having too. But I was basing this new learning off of what I've already experienced. And so I took that experience and totally remodified my sales approach. I refined it. I improved it. I took stuff from him. I took stuff from other agents and created the training I really do with final expense agents in the sales side. And I created a comprehensive system that's really just designed to identify the qualified prospects as quickly as possible and to spend the most time with them. And then to end the time spent with the disqualified prospects. So again, the power of coaching is that one particular instance and circumstance of coaching and refinement of your skills to better improve it can turn around your career tremendously. I can't stress this enough, especially in the world of most insurance agencies now are internet-based like mine, and there's just not that kind of face-to-face kind of hand-holding and experience to where you can constructively be critiqued and constructively improve upon your sales training. So that's why I'm excited to tell you a little bit more about how this new agent coaching program works and what the biggest benefits are to you. So first of all, just to be clear right up front, this is available to all insurance agents who work with me, final expense agents, Medicare supplement agents, mortgage protection agents. It doesn't matter. It's all available to anybody that works with one of my sales training systems and wants to take advantage of this unique approach to training. So again, the idea behind this is really to design and provide a personalized coaching environment in a real live sales call environment. Again, this is totally unique in the sense that what most people are accustomed to is training on some of my videos, let's say, or they see camera recordings of real sales calls, but they never actually feel what it's like to deliver a sales presentation amongst a professional who is working to critique and improve their game. Again, the coaching is designed, as we'll describe more in the details, we break it down, it's designed to do the following. So first of all, it's designed to improve your phone appointment setting skills. Look, a lot of guys understand the power of setting appointments, but they're afraid to do it. They think the phone is a cactus. They don't want to pick it up and dial because they're afraid they're going to burn the leads. And some people just don't like talking because there's a fear to it. Well, we need to get over that fear, and there's no way to get over that fear but just to plod right ahead and do it and learn how to do it better and do it under the surveillance of a professional who understands how to set appointments and can help you adjust the things you may not be hearing yourself saying that will lose appointments for you. The other thing that you're going to get out of this coaching program is an improvement upon your presentation skills. Look, a lot of people, they take a script and they run with it and they think they're following the script, and they probably are, but they're missing out on a third-party expert analysis of what they're saying, how they're saying, their rebuttals, their tonality, the pacing of their conversation, the body language. These are things that are little simple tweaks that a professional third party can see and identify immediately, which can make a huge difference in your rapport and your trust with your clients, building up that relationship and closing more deals. So in the coaching program, what you're going to find out is I help people better pre-qualify, better close, and rebuttal the objections that they're going to hear. And then also the coaching program's designed for face-to-face prospecting skills. For a lot of the programs I teach, especially final expense, There's a lot of door knocking involved. You've got to be good in front of your prospect on an unannounced door knock. You got to know what to say, how to say things, how to respond to initial objections so you can get into the door and begin that sales presentation process. So these are things this coaching program is going to help you improve upon, which all comes down to an overall improvement on your closing, overall improvement on your sales volume, and an overall improvement on your satisfaction in your career. So let me describe to you the idea behind this program in more actual specificity. So first of all, again, like I said, most insurance agents, they don't get any kind of in-the-trenches training. And it's a tragedy because the old school method was all about in-the-trenches training. You just got out there, you started selling, you shadowed your manager for a couple of times, and then you went out after it. And if you had problems, you just go out with your manager and do it again. But again, because of how the world has arranged itself, there's just not as many offices in local areas anymore training agents. A lot of this, like in my business, is done over the internet. So that one-on-one element is just completely lost. And again, nothing beats the real world experience, like I said earlier. That is such a powerful training apparatus that, you know, it's convenient and easy to read scripts and videos, but man, when you have somebody who identifies the top 3 things that you need to improve that will immediately result in better results, that is powerful. That is customized, that's personalized, and it solves this problem. This new coaching program solves these problems of a lack of really applicable, personalized coaching that gets results for you almost instantly. So let's talk about more exactly how this is going to work on a day-to-day basis. So the concept is simple. It is a 2 to 3 day live training field event where you actually come to me. You come work with me in the field for one of those 2 or 3 days. When I say 2 or 3 days, you may just be up here for 2 days working. It may be 3 days depending on how long you want to work in the field. But the concept still is with the first day, you work with me in the field face to face. So for example, you work when you get out there and work, you make all the commissions for yourself. I do not, at the filming of this, I don't have any plans. I may change my mind. But at the filming of this video, I have no intentions to do any kind of commission splits because the agents that work with me, I'm invested in them. And I want them to feel the success of financial success from making sales and take that money home, reinvest it into the leads, but be successful from application. So I want them to feel the results and fruits of their labor with the entire commission. So with all that said, what happens is when you come down with me of the first 3 days, let's say, the first day we meet early in the morning, well before 9 o'clock, and we begin the coaching protocol. I walk you through the scripting of what we're going to do to set appointments, what we're going to do to learn the script and actually do it together. So 8:30, 9 o'clock rolls around, we're getting on the phone, we're going to try to set appointments up for the same day, if not for the next day or two, depending on how long you're here. I sit back, I listen to what you say on the phone, I listen to how you say things on the phone, and I'll actually, if with your permission, record your phone call as you're giving it. What the benefit to that is for you is that you get to hear yourself after the fact. There's incredible power in having and realizing how you sound, because you listening to yourself is different from actually hearing it on a recording. So, and then I give you applicable training that you can implement immediately to improve these things that you may not be doing perfectly. So we do that for 30 minutes or an hour. Then we go out in the field, and then we begin to start working the leads that we got back. I do a presentation to just give you a formal modeling of what you need to do. Then after you see it, you do it from there on out. And throughout the entirety of the day, I'm watching you present to these people. I'm watching to see how you do things, how you close, how you handle rebuttals. And all the time, I'm making personalized notes on what you can do to improve. I watch how you prospect your leads. I watch how you present the product. I watch everything that you do. And after a series of presentations, and in between each presentation, I give the opportunity to you to look at what I think you could improve on. So you receive feedback, and feedback is so important because you need to know what you can improve. So all the while here, you're getting constructive, positive feedback from me on what you did great and what you need to improve. So that, again, the goal is that, hey, you better understand this as you go along. You start to get better, and you take this information home with you, and you begin to work on it yourself and improve. Now on days 2 and 3, you actually work on your own. You go out in the field, you take what I taught you, and you begin to work the leads that you have until you are completed and satisfied with your effort. And then we reconvene in the morning for a 30-minute call together, either face-to-face or over the phone, and review your results, to talk about what you experienced, to talk about the pros, the cons, the frustrations, the things you're happy about, to really just identify again, how did it go and what can we do to improve and make you better. So again, when we're in the field that first day, I demonstrate appropriate prospecting, I demonstrate appropriate presenting, and then it's your show. You take over. And if you ever need help, I jump in and help you out too. So it's not something where you're all alone like what I normally did. What I used to do is I would take agents in, they would just see what I did for a day, they didn't actually present or do anything, and then my hope was they'd go home and do this stuff just like I did. Obviously, nobody does. It takes time to develop themselves at that point. But the point is here, hey man, you're going to get actual intervention if you botch a certain part of the sales presentation. So hey, maybe I can save a deal you would lose, and now you're still going to make 100% of that commission completely for yourself. So again, and you'll learn from that experience, oh, that's what I should have said, or I forgot to do that, and that's what I can improve next time. So yeah, bottom line here is you get personalized feedback on what's good, what needs improvement, and the goal here is to improve all aspects of your sales game within this 2 to 3 day period of training. And it's so important, obviously, to do this because you just can't get this on your own in most circumstances. So on days 2 and 3, like I said, you sell alone in the field, you take the advice and training I gave you, and you begin to immediately implement it. And here again is the goal that I have for my agents that work with me. First of all, the first goal is a greater understanding of how to sell. There's nothing more powerful than personalized demonstration from an expert. You will get that from me. You will have notes to review. You'll have recordings to review of you delivering all of this. So you'll have so much homework and ability to continue to refine this and better understand how to sell effectively, to sell and help more people. You'll get a huge opportunity. I think the biggest opportunity for personal growth in sales, because unlike a lot of other programs where they don't have this personalized coaching based on you selling, you don't get the maximal attention that you could, where in this program you absolutely will. You can see and identify very early on in your career what you can do better, what you're doing right, and what you can improve on. And so many agents just don't get that. So there's huge opportunity. And again, that's why it's important. Again, you're getting guidance on what you can do right now and improve your sales volume. Again, there's nothing like personalized coaching in this regard. That's why I'm so excited about it, because it really does make a huge difference. And again, bottom line here, it vastly reduces the sales frustration that so many people experience because they do now know what 1 or 2 things they can improve on and completely turn around the results. Now, I say this because it's important to understand. A lot of salespeople, Brian Tracy talks about this in his motivational goal setting tapes. Brian Tracy says that in many circumstances, the key to doubling your income always comes down to just doing one thing extremely well. There's one thing in your series of important circumstances you must control for and master. There's one of those out of a series of them that would be responsible for the doubling of your income in a 12-month period of time. And I know it's true. I've done the exercises personally in my own business, and I know exactly the one thing I can do to double my income to get me to the level that I want to. So in what we see in sales training, usually there's a few things that you just have to tweak a little bit to get great results. It's not a complete reworking of, every piece of every word you say, the script and posture. Most people have a good, okay start, but man, when they tweak those few little things that sometimes only a third-party person like me could find, boy, does it change your total experience. You get more sales. You turn your frustration around into positivity. You make the most of this, and you help more people in the process. And that's something you can only get when somebody is intently and constructively criticizing what you're doing to help you improve your game. Hopefully that makes sense. So with all this great positivity that I'm delivering to you, hopefully you can see I'm really excited about this, and I think it's a game changer for insurance agents that want to really do the best possible job at succeeding in this career. There's nothing perfect, okay? So there's going to be drawbacks. There's going to be circumstances where this is not a good idea for some agents because it just doesn't accommodate what they desire. And I want to cover that because I'm always committed to showing you both sides of the coin so you can make your own mind up if what it is I'm talking about really does make sense for you. So drawbacks include, look, you got to work with me, okay? This is not some kind of program I'm offering any agent that's out there. I am frankly biased towards helping and growing my business. Could you blame me, right? You know, that's why I'm recruiting agents, because I want them to go out there and personally produce, and I do like making an override off of their commissions, which is why this whole program is based around recruiting agents to say, hey, this guy's got a unique coaching program set up versus all the other guys, and I want to spend my time learning from a pro. So you have to work with me. If you don't work with me now and you like the idea of this, then that's easy. Just contact me, as we'll get to later, and let's talk about working with each other. And I'll be happy, even if you are experienced or presently work with somebody right now, on how to navigate that around and make this something that would be a decision that would benefit us both. The other thing is you got to come to me. Okay, so I am not the traveling type. I'm not going to go jet set across the nation. Like I said earlier, I've got 4 kids. My wife's about to give birth. Now, this could be well beyond the path, but the way I operate my business is I have agents come to me to work in my area. It's much more convenient for me. I'm on my home turf. I feel more comfortable. I do a better job by you. And frankly, that's just the way I do business. The other thing you have to do is you've got to purchase the leads outright. So I'm not buying your leads for you. You have to put skin in the game in order to really give yourself the ample chance and opportunity for success. I think if you up the ante and you get out there and you risk a little bit, of course, taking a calculated risk, I can't promise you'll be successful. But the likelihood of success, I think, is a lot higher when you've got something to lose. It makes you work a little bit harder. You got a little bit more pressure. Most people perform well under pressure, better under pressure than if they didn't have any at all. So when it comes down to the purchasing leads, it's going to depend the cost. You're probably wondering what's it going to cost. It just depends on what kind of leads we get. Final expense leads cost different from Medicare, which costs different from mortgage protection. What I'll tell you, it's going to be approximately, depending, if you're down here 2 or 3 days, maybe about 15, maybe 20 leads is what we're going to work with. It's going to be several $100s most likely, right around the $500 mark, give or take. And I'm just, it could be more, it could be less. It just depends on what kind of leads we go with. But the important point is you got to be comfortable spending money, your own money, on leads in this area. Now, the one other thing that is great about this program is that not only will you get these fresh leads that are yours, that you purchased, but you'll get access to other leads as well from last time agents were here. So you'll be able to work those leftover agents in addition to yours. So you'll have more than just the 15 or 20. You'll have the aged or the unworked age leads, or maybe people who said, hey, I'm interested, but I can't make it this week. You can come back in a month or two, or that's what they told you, but now you get to work those leads. So there's more than just the 10 or 15. You'll get to work the other ones as well, because we want to make sure your visit down here, you're going to get a lot of presentation experience, get a lot of results out of it. Also, look, if you're going to come in, you're going to sell in the state legally, you have to buy a non-resident license where I live. Presently, it's about $50 a month, give or take. It's not a huge investment, but again, that's the way it is if you're going to work anywhere besides your home state. And I can't promise you're going to make any sales, okay? I mean, look, I'm not a guy that says if you just come here with me, I've got the monkey dust, I got the magic wand, and you're going to sell everybody you see. You're going to get a realistic, real-life experience selling, okay? You're going to get critiques on what you can do better. But the reality is any salesperson who's been in this business for a long time, for years, they've had blanks where they go out and they do everything right and they don't sell a damn thing. Sometimes it lasts longer than days. Sometimes it may not sell anything for multiple days. That may happen. All right? Under no circumstance in promising that you're going to make any sales. To do so would be a lie. That's like if I promised you you're going to be successful in this business. I don't know. You might be. I'm going to try my best to do what I can on my end to help you succeed. So the important thing is let's be realistic. This is a straight commission job. You wake up unemployed every morning, and yeah, there is a risk you won't do anything as far as making sales. But I can tell you for sure, I will try my best to assist you in making every sale that is possible to be made. And at the end of the day, you still get the benefits, worst case scenario, if this happens, you still get the benefits of getting feedback and analysis on what you can improve to be better. So why would you do this? Hopefully I don't need to answer that per se. But I did list a bunch of negatives that may cast doubt. And if you're not sure about this, if you don't feel right about spending money on leads, you're afraid of not being successful, or you don't like the idea of an inconveniencing yourself to come see me, then don't do it. You don't have to do it. Go find another agency to work with. Go find another agency. But I'm sure at this point, if you're listening to this, you're probably really interested. You probably connect exactly with what I'm saying with the importance and value of mentorship and coaching. And you probably understand that sacrifice is always required to be successful. No, success is not easy, okay? It takes commitment. It takes getting through second guessing that everybody experiences. And this is no different. This coaching program asks you to put a lot on the line with no guarantees of success either. So why would you do it? Because you really believe in yourself. You really want to be successful, and all the benefits I've talked about coaching and mentoring totally reflect with your own values. So to wrap up on some final thoughts about this new program. So first of all, this is perfect for new agents who believe in the power of mentorship. If you're still with me, you probably highly likely know that mentorship is a powerful proposition to the higher opportunity of your success. And this will only heighten and enhance it that much more. This program is perfect for people who totally understand the drawbacks are actually, in a sense, an advantage. If you really think about it, having skin in the game, having to drive to me, having to have inconvenience, having to take calculated risks. Yes, it could fail, but it's also the precursor, and many times it's the turning point from somebody who has not experienced success to experiencing success. So the way this program works for the mentality of the agent that already has that mentality, it's a perfect alignment. And it's also perfect for agents who feel strongly about personal development and the importance of improving their skills in an optimal face-to-face manner. Again, everything I've said reflects on that real desire of personalized coaching, of real world in the trenches coaching. Now, let's talk about the next steps. If you like what you hear so far, what's the next steps? How can you take advantage of this program? Here's what you need to do. Go to my website, feagentmentor.com/contact. There's a message submit there. Send me a message saying you're interested in working with me and my agency. Again, you're going to my final expense website, but this is for all agents that work with me, so this is just the process I want you to use. And then what I'll do is send you an overview video of how working with me works and talk about commissions, lead costs, and then I'm going to tell you what I'm looking for in the ideal agent that works with me, and then also talk about the short and long-term opportunity. And look, if upon your review, if what I do makes perfect sense for you, there's an invitation at the end of the video to set up a private one-on-one consultation with me to talk about the process moving forward. And that's it. Then we'll talk more about specificity, scheduling one of these ride-along trainings so that you can get it on your schedule, get going, and get you into the direction of success that you want to go in your insurance career. So my name is David Duford. I am the owner and operator of Final Expense Agent Mentor, where I help agents like you succeed selling final expense. I do hope you enjoyed this broadcast today. If you liked it, please thumb it up, share it, comment on it if you have any questions, and certainly subscribe if you haven't already. I do videos like this every single day during the week, and I look forward to speaking with some of you about this great new coaching program. Take care.